So, believe me and me are really good friends, so I'm always looking out. So here's the thing, and by the way, what I'll do is I'll post the, let's see, what was it Silent Arm? I'll post Silent Army edition of the New World Order Soldier episode, Silent Army, on my Twitter tonight, later on. So anybody that wants to see that can see that. Essentially what I'm saying is, with one lie, this entire nation could be disarmed. And then go look at when the published date was. So it wouldn't be this year, or last year, or even the last year. It'd be like 2016, 2012, or something like that. We're just acting, we got our face all made up in that. New World Order Soldier, the very first one I put out, was it back in 2000, and I want to say it was 2008. The very first episode had 280,000 views. You got to remember, YouTube was just a baby back then. It wasn't even all that. You got me? It was just barely catching on. So, people thought it was real. People translated it from English to Russian, all these different languages, because they thought it was real. It's not real. It's just an act. It was my way of telling you what's coming under a character.
You were plagiarizing. That's the legal term.
But anyway, a lot of people dug it, you know what I mean? So I got quite the following.
That's because you knew me up close and personal and live.
But the last one I ever did was...
like I said, you're guilty of
the food shortage one, I believe it was. Or maybe it was the alien race. But anyway, what I'm trying to say to you is this.
They already know.
Have you ever thought to yourselves?
They admire my
if you pull out the... Yes, exactly. They're...
I wanted to know the truth.
PMG, exactly. Have you ever thought to yourself, is it possible that the harvest is in the future?
It's getting the dangerous people.
And what do you mean by that? The harvest
of this land.
The harvest. In other words,
right now.
You food. Get my meaning. You know this sign right here? You think that this means devil, but it doesn't. I looked this up the other day. This symbol here is actually a fork. Did you know that?
He was a Satanist.
Yum yum.
He's not a Christian.
You're for dinner.
He's just nothing.
So try to imagine this.
He's lukewarm.
That a entity not of this world would basically Mars us.
Go to war?
Mars us. What does that mean?
War against me?
Well,
I'm an extraterrestrial douchebag.
That there was water on Mars.
And Elvis's face.
And Mars is a huge planet.
You're gonna like it there.
You know what's really strange? There's all sorts of little monuments on Mars that they captured on film.
Tag it.
Either through the telescopes and the like. I don't believe
that they manufactured that media.
Hogwash. I think all of the imagery
Stupid.
coming from rovers is really being
reports.
done from Devon Island out of Canada.
What do you think I did when they stole my hair shot?
I don't believe that we have anything that could ever get through the Van Allen radiation belts. That is my opinion.
Van Halen
because we know how thick they are. We know what it does to mechanical equipment. And then, of course, they got that little problem called temperature.
Now knows that you're a pussy.
And seeing that some of those are 20,000 miles thick with temperatures that are like 4,000 degrees, even though titanium's melting point is 3,600.
Maybe you get a suntan there. Because you're looking pale these days.
An aluminum can to the moon and back.
Tag.
Hogwash.
DuPont nickel. And Vista Petroleum and Utah
Anyway, moving right along. Totally different topic.
The stocks they stole from me.
So, how do you know
uranium and nickel? You don't think they can do
this isn't going to be some big harvest?
What an asswipe.
How do you know it's not going to be youth food? Because I swear, this symbol here is not the devil. It's a fork. For real.
You are the devil.
An eating fork. Yummy. So when you see these world leaders doing this. Yum, yum. You food,
stick a
buddy.
fork in it, it's done.
And it would only make sense that an entity, whoever they may be, would just kind of swing by and say, you know what, seeing that you're going over these cycles every 1,623 years, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to drop off, we're going to seed this planet, see, and we're going to seed it
parasites and worms, you guys, tag Yeah.
In other words, you're going to plant these seeds, and then these seeds are going to reproduce, and they're going to reproduce and reproduce and reproduce. And once you get about, I don't know, a couple of billion, we're going to come back and we're going to harvest you. Not only will we harvest you, but we're going to take all your water. You don't mind it. All your fresh water.
To piss in it. And rebottle it.
Then when we get around to it, we'll seed it again.
Raise money
we'll
for
have the oceans through all of the jet streams. They'll fill up the lakes again. You guys can start all over again.
You have nice dreams tonight.
In 1,623 years, we'll come back and we'll harvest you again. And again. And again, and again, and again, and again, and again.
I came back to help.
I know that sounds crazy. Never know.
You're out here in a Christmas fruitcake soap.
At a time when the world is going absolutely, no pun intended, batty.
You were always
what is the President of the United States doing? He's bringing upon the Space Force? What? Okay, sure. Something's not right.
Cry me a river. Because you ain't gonna get out of this alive. You're already dead.
So do you think that's an impossibility? I don't think it's impossible. And I often think that there's so many different, I know this is crazy talk to a lot of you. I'm just trying to think of all these possibilities.
Talk to my
on, even if you had a Wuhan wiggle, why would you do this to all the nations all at the same time? What would be the purpose?
To save them.
And then when you look at the GDP against the debt and all that, yep, that makes sense. But then again, you think to yourself, what doesn't make sense?
Is that all right with you, killer?
Is you're going to collapse the economy into the hundreds of trillions of dollars.
You did that with all the scams.
You have to know that you have to already know what the end game is. You have to. And you never would have done that.
In real life.
You would have to know that your return would be gazillions. It would have to be 10 or 100 times of the amount that you lost. That's the way the investment works. Unless there's another motive.
Million. Do the math, Dan.
I don't know. I'm just
99.
This is for entertainment purposes only.
No, it's
not saying I'm right, but I'm still
99 million.
There's all kinds of little thoughts going on. The thing that makes the most sense is the transformation of the OWO to the NWO. That makes the most sense.
It's my doubt.
But I'm just saying, if we really did have 10 days of darkness, no moon, no sun, no stars, how would that be possible? That would mean that an inanimate object is keeping us from seeing. Wow.
No, a divine creator God.
Wonder what would be next. All right, here we go. Here's some ice cream for you. You know what's going on with the military movement. You know what? I don't. And I was waiting for a phone call from one of my buddies in another state to hook me up with some information, but he has not called me back yet.
He's a con man, idiots.
Even if it was 3 days, who would care what it would be?
Not you. You just go eat somebody.
The fact is,
take one bite out
there would be some sort of disruptions in Earth
you get
movements.
Skinnier, she gets
there
fatter,
has to be some sort of exchange between the Earth and the Sun.
She likes dildos.
Just on the magnetics, if you get my meaning. Just on the, not only the heat to sustain life,
of the individual,
but the direct atoms and protons or neons or whatever the hell you call them.
ADEM.
You know what I mean? Some sort of exchange between the two, even though we are protected
from the tribe
by
of,
space radiation
you know
or
who?
space weather, or sometimes things get in, right?
'Cause they're from every tribe.
But if something
Idiot.
shuts that off, I can imagine there would be incredible earthquakes behind it. That's just my opinion. Incredible.
Watch that flood, by the way.
Because now you're interfering with all of the dynamics
All of life.
of the exchanges of particles between the sun and the earth.
The death cult is done.
And here's the thing, you got to remember that the tides, your tides,
hey, they want
are
your
controlled
plate
by
back.
who? The moon.
They're going to take the
So
plate
if you
out of your
can't see
head.
the moon can't see you, and something is in between the moon and the earth, here we go again. You cut something off. You've interrupted something. The high and the low tides have everything to do with the moon. Are you aware of this? If the moon decided to take a hike, well, you'd be in a world of trouble. Either one side of the world would be flooded, or the other side of the world would be not flooded. Right? One side of the world's going to be flooded. If the moon said, you know what, guys, I've had it with you, I'm out of here, we'd be in a world of trouble.
What's it do?
Really?
Get on a motorcycle? Because you and Katie Roby connect on that too. Glass in her body, you on a motorcycle.
So it's always good to have an open mind about everything. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying I'm thinking of all different avenues, all different things. Because, you know, if some salamander comes busting through my door, I'm ready for him too.
You're not ready for the elbow and the four faces guy.
I feel sorry for all the nations that are defenseless. Because
it's people, not nations.
Hypothetically, if that was the case, they'd be munched up first. They'd be like,
from the chaff.
They'd be getting together and be like, all right, guys, here, check it out. You see all of Europe? We can scarf up real good. Switzerland, right there, this area, you need to stay away from it. Because they made a law back in 2014 that every man, woman, and something in between has to have one of those metal detectors. So stay away from them for now, okay? All right, let's go to Asia. Japan, oh man, we're going to have a buffet. Or China, we're going to have a buffet. Oh, yum, yum, yum. We are going to get busy all over. So, excuse me, all over Russia. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, I'll tell you what. We can go down here in South America. We can get busy. Oh, Cambodia, Thailand. Oh, you see this one right here in the United States? That's a whole area there off limits. We're going to have to deal with them last. Because all of them have one of those metal detectors behind every blade of grass. You believe it? Oh, you don't say.
Immortalized in non-fiction works. He calls me family.
You see how that works?
Yeah, I do actually, I do.
So that's exactly what it'd be like.
And then you're involved with the lie.
I wouldn't be laughing about it if I seen some lizard like slithering around.
The whole thing.
Come to get you.
That's you.
Oh no. Clickety clack, buddy.
That's your head. As it hits the ground.
Or you go to turn on your faucet, the faucet doesn't work, but your electricity does. How would that work? I mean, all your fresh water.
They already know about the 4 counts from Illinois. You fucking slime ball.
Now there is a thing called a strangelet. It really does exist. Where it's like a vacuum. It's like a black hole, actually.
They're gonna vacuum your brain out.
And it just literally sucks everything up.
Lobotomize you.
In the immediate area and just bloop, gone. Where does it go? I don't know.
You can't even be rehabbed.
But it's gone.
And that's my professional opinion.
1 minute you're there, next minute you're not.
As somebody that knows you. Yeah, you're gonna be gone. I have no worries about you leaving.
You will not be back in 2021? Well, why do you say that? Please elaborate. So when you see signs like this, it's not devil horns, it's a fork. For real. Yummy. No, it's not a blunt. This is a
All I can say is dummy dum. Yeah.
This is a Swisher Sweet, buddy. I'm sorry to inform you.
My little shit.
Sorry to bust your bubble on that one. Should never assume.
Makes an ass out of you and them.
Yep. So.
Well, that's little Sue's now.
Oh boy. It doesn't matter what the situation is with the Wuhan wiggle. The entire world is being put in lockdown by all of their governments.
Correct.
Wow. Hmm.
Drain the
Okay,
swamps of the
sure.
world all at once.
Yep. I
Yep,
wonder if New
you'll be in the
Zealand
first
has locked
100.
everybody in.
Watch.
Or is everybody, all the somebodies here eating their
I want you to
caviar
brought
and
to the
drinking
front of the line
margaritas on the beach?
because
Oh,
we
I
know each
wonder
other
how
in
all
real
the
life.
peon peasants are doing in the other nations.
You can sit there and cry
Yeah.
with my daughters.
I've heard that there, Spiral.
Keep going, so
I did see that.
keep going. They're all watching, the whole world. Say some
I mean,
more.
that'd be terrifying, wouldn't it?
You're gonna find out.
You know, bunch of lizard people coming up to you and say, "Hey,
You'll have
how
to
you
be
doing? We're
sleeping
here to
under
help.
your sister's bed.
Here, we got some food for an hour." I mean, whoa, what's going on here?
High alchemy.
Whoa. I'd be telling maybe that's why they're trying to get rid of all the old people,
You're old.
because they're not taking.
63, and that's why you're lying about it. Tag it. You live in an old folks' home. Tag it. In Florida. After you left
Right.
Washington, D.C., you went to
Old people
Florida
like, burnt
and
popcorn.
bragged
Nah.
about being too young to live in a nursing home, but you get there cheap. Tag it. Daniel Sote. Wanted
What was that?
for
Geico
treason.
just got real. Exactly. That's funny. You had to be like, "Hey, wait a minute.
Place
wait a
of
minute.
birth,
Am I
Indianapolis,
living in a Geico
Indiana.
commercial? What's going on? I didn't think my insurance was gonna
Relocates to
eat me."
St. Louis. 1984. Leaves St. Louis.
What is that?
1997.
State of where?
96.
California,
97.
martial law.
97. You have a record here in St. Louis. You ran into a ditch in St. Anne, Missouri. You went to the little commissary camp,
That's
prison.
bad news.
You were king of Kool-Aid, remember?
You know what's really interesting about that?
That was you, cigarettes and
I
Kool-Aid.
don't have anybody in
Your
California.
your sister's in St. Louis.
Well, actually, I do.
She's the last
I
one.
should give him a call.
Your
what?
mom
I
and
think I will give him
dad
a call. It's my brother.
have probably disowned you at this point and passed
I should
away.
give him a call.
Your sister's
He's
there.
in California right
You're
now.
hiding in her basement.
It's not the brother that gets in trouble. It's another brother.
You don't have any other
I should
brothers.
call him up to see how things are going.
You have half brothers and sisters.
Sure should. See what he has to
You're the
say.
only one your parents made. They quit after that. You scared the hell out of them.
You're in California?
Probably ate your mom.
Oh, they're plowing right now. What's that noise?
They're coming for you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you have to ask yourself, listen.
They got
let's
enough
be real
on you.
here. I mean, let's be adults.
Especially tonight.
For real. Let's not play around.
You're acting like a child.
You mean to tell me that
Like
they
a
shut
butthurt
down
child.
an entire state, lock them all up,
Yep.
mandatory stay in your house
Yep.
because
Missouri.
less than 100
show me
people
state.
have perished? BS alert, buddy. BS. Hogwash.
Your wormy seeds did not
Nonsense.
spread to people that are good-natured and kind of heart.
And let's see how long that lasts.
Oh, we're gonna
You're gonna
play.
get away with that for about 2 weeks, and then that fear is gonna turn to anger.
I have no fear or
And when it
anger.
does,
And that's why I'm super
I would want to
sus.
be a government official. I tell you that right now. Oh no, I wouldn't. Forget it.
You know me.
Mm-mm.
And I want you at the front of the line.
How have you been?
To be
I've been very
prosecuted.
good, War. How have you? I've been good for now. As long as we can get on the internet and play and make sure that,
Tag play.
you know,
Tag Computer
we exchange
Misuse Act.
ideas or have little chatty dudes
Tag
and laugh a little
California
bit
for the
and talk a
illegal
little bit
server.
serious or whatever.
Tag Colorado
You know,
for the illegal
We can only
lawsuit
do what we
story.
can do. Give each other support. That's
And
sort of
I'm
thing,
here
maybe
in
I do.
Missouri.
I gotta pull up
And
that
I'm
other
number
call. I'd
one.
love to hear what y'all have to say. And you're adjoining states.
You don't get it.
You think the projects will stay for months? Oh,
We don't
absolutely
want you
not.
on the
No.
continent.
I'm saying they're going to get 2 weeks out of it. They're going to milk this for about 2 or 3 weeks.
I'm talking about all the
This crap about
Americas.
staying in your house. And then entire
All the way
neighborhoods
down there to the tip
are going to
where
be so
you know who
infuriated.
is.
They're going to be like, you know what? Give me the Wuhan wiggle because I'm not staying here anymore. Now come and do something about it. You got me?
Just
And
wait and see.
Watch.
I don't name the day and hour. I just said watch your back. Because you can't see with them eyes on the side of your heads.
That happens. Can you imagine 21 million people just stomping out of their houses at the same? You don't have enough. There's not an army big enough to handle that.
You have no idea about God's army.
Maybe that's why they're bringing in the MRAPs.
Or the devils.
The MRAPs is microwave. The same thing.
I've met him.
5-7.
We're friends.
What is that? You can get a free
4 faces of God. You have no idea.
What is that, buddy?
You're a low-life worm. You're going to dust.
You can get a free month. I use that trick also.
Your tricks are no good.
Yeah, I can probably call them up and say, hey, because the Wuhan wiggle.
This is the week that they're proving it.
A month, and they probably will.
You better quit sending me free magazines.
Because I've been there flying about 12 years.
Right, tag it. You got so much rope, baby. Just make a noose and jump off the table now.
I mean, can you imagine? They shut down an entire state for less than 100. No.
No, it was to make sure that Illinois was clean.
Alert,
They've taken them away.
Alert.
We'll see. I have absolute faith that I know what I'm talking about.
You could sit tight for 40 days.
Easy. Give me a jar of peanut butter.
But watch and see.
And my hot tea.
All these municipalities, all of these states, all of these mayors and governors.
I'm tough. You have no idea.
Are going to stroke you.
They've been watching this happen. I have been telling you guys.
April 7th, and April 6th will come along and say, oh, we were, you know what, we
You still don't know what day it's going to be.
We just didn't know any better.
You're idiotos. It's very personal.
All these people, so you're going to have to say another duty.
You're going to have to answer to my family.
Watch and see, Raj, you'll see them right again. And about 3 weeks in, people are going to be like, really? Come and get some. Yeah, they will. And all your AI and all your facial recognition and all this other BS is not going to amount.
That you use in your BS video game?
No, it won't.
Because you play.
The main thing you have to remember
is that you're a douchebag.
Is if
and
you
you're
get
contagious.
To that point, where you've had it about up to here and you said, I've had it.
Come for me.
Make your decision. If you make that decision.
You don't know that I already did.
Own decision to make.
I gave my service.
Be willing
to the universe. You got a problem? File out a report.
That's all.
Make you a report on it, bitch.
Because at a certain point in time, you need to go back home. Or
this is home. This whole universe.
Or maybe you're not going to do that. Maybe you've decided that you're going to do something else. Who knows what?
Maybe you don't know.
But you have to remember, you're going to be competing.
You'll never be allowed to know because you'll be leaving.
Angry people.